Rich Carville, retired faculty member from Arkansas State University and former chair of the Department of Radio TV there for a number of years. Welcome to a series of conversations with members of the Jonesboro City Council. We're going to talk about the last year and what to look forward to in 2014. And our guest in this segment is Alderman Rennell Woods. Rennell, good to have you.
Glad to be here.
Good. Now you represent Ward 5, right?
That's correct.
What are the geographical boundaries of Ward 5? Where is that?
The most common landmark you will look at going down Southwest Drive.
Okay.
Throughout Southwest Drive, kind of splits down when you're going towards Valley View. It goes all the way down toward Valley View, but it splits to the left and comes all the way over, going over on by Ray Street and
All
over
right.
in that area. You know,
So
Nelton
it's the
District.
south central part of the city.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Southwest,
okay.
South Central.
Southwest, South Central. Okay, good, good. And you serve on the Parks and Cemeteries Committee?
Parks Advisor. Last year I did.
Okay.
This year we're charting new territory. I also serve on the A&P Commission.
Okay.
As well as a commissioner.
We'll talk about some of those
Okay.
things here in a minute. But first I want to give you the opportunity to kind of evaluate 2013. Tell me what you think are the 3 or 4 most important things that happened that the City Council had to deal with?
Well, you know, it's just, first of all, an honor and privilege to serve as an alderman for the city of Jonesboro and the great people that we've been blessed to be as a family. I think the number one issue that I believe in the goals that we've accomplished that I think a lot of people really don't see right now, but I think they can feel the development, is the hot Palmer study that we did to start to look at downtown Jonesboro. Downtown Jonesboro was the central number one place, you know, over the past 50 years. That was home. That was, you know, the mall. That was the restaurant. It was everything downtown. And we started to look at how we can develop that and bring and strengthen the core in that aspect. And, you know, Dr. Ben Owens, who had led that study, and all the other great people on his different subcommittees, did a really great job of bringing North Jonesboro to play. And you look at that, downtown Jonesboro, connecting downtown Jonesboro to North Jonesboro, and looking at it as not just a certain set of or a certain sector of town, but it's a range of land mass that, you know, has been there for a long time, and a lot of people used to live there. Revitalizing that has been a great thrill to me to see. Number 2, again, I think you probably know, when you start looking at our children, we actually had the accomplishment of bringing the YMCA back alive, and it hurts because anytime you see a youth organization you know, downsize or you know, not in play anymore, it says something. It should, because that's where our kids are being raised in our day, and so we need great positive reinforcement when our parents are working. But seeing that come back alive, and the city stepped up to make that happen, bringing the pool back in play, and I just heard that the legislators have gave some money to look at an architect to see how we can go in and do some studying and see if we want to bring that back alive, as far as the Allen Park, Parker Park, and having a 3rd rec center for the area of children that we serve in that area. And the last, I think the big accomplishment is, you know, you can look at traffic and things of that nature has been very, very important. And I think Mayor's done a great job hiring the right people to get in place to look at how our traffic flow, and we've done a great job with the right-hand turning lanes. The mall, you know, a year or so ago was nobody wants to go that way.
Avoid that.
Yeah, but the right-hand turns and you know, the different things that have taken place to get that traffic to flow, it brings a better peace and a lesser frustration to our citizens. So.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the kids. I know your background is working with young people.
Yes, sir.
and trying to help them see the important lessons in life. And you and Councilman Dover,
That's correct,
early in 2013 met with a group to try to look at after-school activities. How's that going?
You know, that's our future. If Jonesboro want to continue to stay strong, we have to address the issues that are coming when we look at children and families coming to our community. We had an opportunity to meet with a group of superintendents throughout Cricket County. Councilman Dover has a strong passion for this as well, and it's called out of school time. You know, the hours from 3 to 6 o'clock has been targeted as the most. You look at statistics and you look at where the most problems occur because parents are working or
kids get into trouble at that time.
You're definitely correct. And so we are looking at, especially in our city and the surrounding cities, how we can actually start targeting that time frame at a stronger level and engaging youth organizations and other organizations, after school programs, to look at how important those times are and develop programs, but also life skill learning lessons around those youth. And you know, the statistics, we had a summit for the state of Arkansas on after school time that, you know, in Northeast Arkansas, it was over 56,000 people working. And out of the 56,000 people working, 47,000 children came home during that time with nobody there.
Right.
And so that's
latchkey kids. They used to call them.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
But we're moving forward. We're looking forward to 2014 and the momentum that we can continue to engage the community. Again, Mayor allowed us last year to do a study during his community awareness meetings, and we went around and actually did a survey. So we actually have a plan of what the community says the number 1, number 2, number 3 goals are that they would like to see involving youth. So we're looking to unfold that.
What did that survey show as the top priority?
Top priority? Transportation.
Mm-hmm.
Transportation, without a shadow of a doubt. And that's, a lot of kids say they'll be in programs, but
they can't get there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a solution.
Good.
We have a solution.
And you're going to unfold that in 2014?
2014.
What else do you think needs to happen in 2014? What do you predict? What do you see? What do you want to accomplish as a member of the council?
You know, I think going back to what our citizens, I think, look at, and I think what our administration has accomplished, I think, again, it's more making sure that our communities is well protected. I think to make sure our children are engaged and there's something for them to do. I think that's important. I think we're at a tipping point, you know, with the Jonesboro 2030 plan, and a lot of statistics have shown us in the future where we're going to be, you know, in the next 10 years and the people that will come to our cities. I think it's very important that we start, again, building that bridge and building a safety net that we can actually understand and have some type of engagement of where our children are and how we are developing them from followers into leaders. And for 2014, I think a lot of things have been accomplished, but I think we have a lot of things that are out there. You know, you look at, you know, Parker Park, and you look at, you know, we've invested over $200,000 in a new water park. Just, you know, it's not fixing a lot of the problems. You know, a lot of kids come, a lot of kids may not come, but it's something we're doing over there. I think, you know, we still have to bring up the subject of the big entertainment piece where our city is missing, you know, for our children and families. I'm not saying that's going to be 2014, but I think that's something with the investment dollars that we do have, we have to really look at how we engage, you know, and how we continue to make our community strong.
And that's not something that the city council or the city of Jonesboro can accomplish itself as a government, but you're going to have partners.
Yeah.
With that.
Yeah, and number one partner is the community.
Yeah.
It has, you know, we have to somehow bring an awareness to the community like never before of where we are and being honest and where we need to go and what it takes to get there. And it may be looking at some things that the community has stepped up and participated in to get us where we are, and maybe seeing how we can further that mission of making sure our community is taken care of and is strong. Last thing I would say, you know, ASU has been a strong partner with our city, and I don't see them different. I think, you know, they're in Jonesboro, they're part of Jonesboro's fabric. You know, we passed the Red Wolf, you know, Stadium Boulevard to Red Wolf Boulevard. But I think it's a movement coming through, again, through that study, the Hyde Palmer study, where we're going to see how close we really are and we really can be with the connections. A lot of development is taking place. There's been talk, and there's a lot of energy and momentum is taking place around how we connect ASU to downtown Jonesboro and the surrounding area of Jonesboro. I'm excited. I'm really excited about how things are taking place and where we're going in 2014.
One of the other things that happened in 2013, and I know personally this has been a controversy for a long time, and that's the zoning elements and the apartment complexes. And during 2013, the city put a moratorium on building complexes and said, let's study this a little bit. What's going to come out of that, do you think?
You know, it gave us some time to look at it, and I think even some information have been revealed that Jonesboro, it's predominantly has apartments everywhere. It's more people that are renting than
more than 40%.
Yeah, who are living and have owned their houses. I think hopefully in the long run that we would actually provide opportunities to show people how they can actually be homeowners, to be able to change the mindset. It's really you can be a homeowner. I know that's American dream, but. And I think, we have to look at now where is the new apartments is going to be, because also the study said that it's only, 2% that there are people living that are not living in apartments.
Right,
so
right.
That tells me, now I'm not the smartest person, that it's a lot of people that's going to need somewhere to stay.
Yeah.
And that also tells me that if they're not buying homes, there's going to be a lot more apartments coming somewhere to meet the supply and demand. And so,
in other words, we do not have an oversupply of apartments.
Exactly.
Because there's a 2% unoccupied rate.
That's right.
According
to the study. Yeah.
Right.
So that's an issue. That's an issue.
Let me ask you one final question here. Currently, Jonesboro elects its alderman at large, or representing our geographical area, but the whole city votes in that.
Sure.
The alternative to that is by electing aldermen by wards and having only the people. Do you see pluses and minuses for either one of those?
I think it is a plus and a minus. You look at some people, and I know some cities have by ward or at large. I don't think a at large and a by ward election, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that could be a good thing for the city of Jonesboro. And number two, you have an at large of what we have today, where people vote for who they want to vote for. And I think they have the right to do that as well. So I'm open to both, but having a at large and a by ward and an at large, of course, it's not a bad thing. It's just, that's something that will be a discussion and debate, of course, that, you would have to look at and just see how the chips fall.
Okay. Yeah. Alderman Woods, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm Rich Carl.